met Beyond Death at one of our shows. I think it was Jack. He gave me a matchbook with his name on it and his phone number, and it said that I'm in this band called Beyond Death.
Beyond Death is a band that me and Jack and Darren Pfeiffer formed out in Akron.
We would just get together and listen to Metal Church records and listen to Testament records and Metallica, and we talked about starting this band.
I think we were at Darren Pfeiffer's house, and we go in his bedroom, he's got a drum kit, pulls the blanket off, like, check this out, and he plays like some Motley Crue beats. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's awesome.
Jack brought his amp, and his PA, he had a little PA, and Alex brought his little bass rig, and we would jam on songs.
We did one studio demo, and then we had a couple of live demos.
First Beyond Death demo was a brutal experience. We went to a studio, we didn't know what we were doing, the guy recording didn't know what he was doing, and we kind of were like, who's going to sing? And Alex was like, I guess I'll do it.
Oh, I used to sing. You didn't know that. That's what you're laughing about, right? Yeah, I used to sing with Beyond Death.
I thought had a really awesome vocal.
It was crazy. He had a really good voice.
Three guys just writing these songs that we thought were the best songs in the world, because we actually were able to start and finish the song, and it was heavy, fast, thrashy, and it was a solo and whatever. We were so stoked.
We did one show at the Metal Shop as a three-piece, and at that show, Tyrant Sin headlined, and Rob Barrett's band, Dark Deception, opened.
Deception were amazing. They were very, very talented musicians. I mean, Bob, whatever you want to call him.
That's when I was Bob. I wasn't Rob yet.
Rob now, yeah. He was an amazing, very, very skilled guitar player. And he played with a drummer named Bob Delmonte.
Whenever somebody would call, hey, Bob, both of us would look. So I was getting fed up with it. I was like, all right, my name is Rob now, okay?
We realized when we played with Dark Deception and Tyrant Sin that these other bands were a lot better than us.
We looked up to them because they were a lot more polished of a metal band than we were. They were a lot more brutal of a metal band than we were.
And we also wanted to get a second guitar player, so I called Rob Barrett to see if he could give me any tips about who would be somebody good, you know, if he knew anybody around Buffalo. He said, yeah, there's this guy Frank Lombardi. He's awesome. He's got a room at this place called Absolute Storage where he just jams by himself. You know, he's looking to put a band together. And he said, maybe you guys should go get together with him.
And we were kind of in the process of writing songs. We weren't very good at it. And, you know, Frank had these great songs, and we thought they were amazing.
We're in if he wants to join.
We joined his songs with our songs, and then we started writing more songs, and Beyond Death started to make a little bit of a buzz in Buffalo. Once we got Frank in the band, he was singing.
Frank was the best in Beyond Death for the singing. He really had a great voice.
I liked Beyond Death. I thought they had the meanest crunch out there.
We looked at Beyond Death, and it was like, we thought they were a lot tighter than us.
Beyond Death was more of an SOD, early death metal sound, like Blood Feast or something.
We were practicing in Akron in Darren's basement for a long time, and that wasn't really cutting it, so we moved all our gear into Absolute Storage here and Beyond Death practice here.
Basically, everyone was at that Absolute Storage. We'd all come out into the hall or go see one of the other bands jam.
Sometimes Paul and Bob Rouse would come over to our room and jam a little bit. Sometimes we used to go over to their room and watch them. He was in Leviathan.
You were down the hall from me.
Yeah, and when any chance that I got, I would like try and go in there and watch them because they were like the best band in the scene at the time.
Leviathan were only short-lived. They did one demo with you. They only played 2 shows live in Buffalo. They ended up breaking up, and then Barnes ended up coming back into Tyrant Sin.
Paul just came to me and he said, you know, Chris has been our buddy and stuff, and we'd want to have him come back.
They were like, yeah, let's do it. So I kind of came back into it.
It wasn't like, F you, get the hell out of here. It was, they did it nice. At the time, I was like, fuck you, but it's like, if you look at it now, it's like, whatever.
Messed around, did a demo with them called Mutant Supremacy.
And shortly after that, I quit. And that was pretty much the end of Tyrant Sin.
What the fuck?
Towards the then, me and Jack, we were leaning a lot more towards just straightforward death metal, like Sodom and Creator, Possessed, and Death, those kind of bands. Darren and Frank were going a little bit more hardcore crossover, and so we split up.
Alex called me on the phone and said, yeah, Beyond Death is all but done.
We really were not mad at each other or anything when the band broke up. It just seemed like it was time to do something different.
When Tyrant Sin and Beyond Death broke up, it was just like, keep going. Somehow